guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ybana. Thank you so much for watching and welcome. I create beauty videos every week, and from high-end to drugstore to how to style your hair. So this is what my channel is all about, and if you're interested, please check every week I have a new video. So today I created a full face using all drugstore makeup, and I am so impressed. This palette that I just purchased, and I actually got it at Target. I was so impressed by the pigmentation and the blendability of this shadow that I was like, really, for like 10 bucks? You go, girl, because it was so good. I am gonna say the only thing that was not drugstore was my under eye setting powder, because I still need to find a really good one that I love. So I can't go wrong with my Laura Mercier, which is my favorite. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel and thumbs up the video. That would make me very happy. Let's start creating the family here, and I am so excited for you to watch it. So if you're interested in knowing how I created this look using all drugstore, please keep on watching. Start the look, I'm using my Laura Mercier hydrating primer. This primer is amazing. I love the way it hydrates my skin. My skin is very sensitive, so I tend to just go with that. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This foundation, it's one of my favorites at the moment. It feels very skin-light, it's very blendable, and feels like you have nothing on the skin. Also, you can build up the coverage, which is what I love. And I'm blending that in with my Crown buffing brush. For concealer, I'm using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and I got this in the shade CW05, and I'm applying that under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Contour, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. This foundation stick is so creamy and it blends so easily. I'm using this in the shade Chestnut 411, and I really love this foundation stick. It blends out so good. And I am blending everything out using the Beauty Blender. I wanted a little bit more coverage with this concealer, but when I realized I applied a lot more, it was too bright for my under eye and I wasn't getting the coverage that I need, so I just applied a little bit more of the Wet and Wild concealer, which is more similar to my skin tone shade, just to tone down the color. To set the concealer, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder and apply that under my eyes. And I'm also going to dust off the excess powder with a brush. With this e.l.f. bronzer palette, I'm using the two matte shades just to set my contour and warm up my skin. To clean up the contour a little bit, I'm taking a little bit more of the Laura Mercier translucent powder and applying that right under my contour just to clean it up and make it a little bit more sharp. Using the same brush, I'm going to use this blush palette, and I'm using the peachy tone shade and the darker shade just to put some color on my cheeks. For highlight, camera stopped recording, so I use Wet and Wild Mega Glow Highlighter and Precious Petals. I picked up this Profusion Cosmetic Sienna's. Is a 21 shade eyeshadow palette and brings a brush as well. And I'm starting off the look by priming my lids, and I'm using the Wet and Wild concealer, and then I'm going to set the concealer using Polite, which is the lightest shade on this palette. Next, using a blending brush, you want to take Oasis, and you want to apply this color all over the crease, using it back and forth, and you want to build up this color until you get the intensity that you want. With the same blending brush, I'm using Fearless, and this color is a little bit darker, so I'm focusing more, leaving it in the outer corner of the eye, and then whatever's left on the brush, I'm working it into the crease, blending it back and forth. For the lid color, I'm using Madly and Outspoken. These are more of a reddish tone color, and I am applying this all over the lid with a shader brush. I used a blending brush and I didn't like the way it was picking up, so I switched to a different brush. Using the last brush that we used, you want to make sure everything is nicely blended. I'm using Dynasty and Cryptic. These two warm shades, I'm applying it on top of the colors that I used before because I want to warm up this look. I want it to go from a reddish tone, gradually going up to like a warm tone. And you just want to blend it back and forth. Lastly, for the lid color, I'm using Bite. This is a more of a shimmery shade, and I'm applying that with my finger. And then I'm taking a flat brush and I'm applying it all over the lid, just to give the eye a little bit more dimension. For the inner corner highlight, I'm using Dizzy, which is a shimmery light pink color. And for liner, I'm using the Tarte's liner just to outline my wing, and then I'm going to fill it in using the Wet n Wild liquid liner, my favorite one. After the liner, I felt like I needed to deepen up the look a little bit, so I'm using Groovy, which is a matte brown shade, and I'm using that only in the outer corner of the crease just to deepen up the look and give it some more dimension. To curl my lashes, I'm using the e.l.f. eyelash curler. For mascara, I'm using this Clinique High Impact Mascara in black, and I'm coating my top and bottom lashes with this. I know this is not drugstore, but I honestly couldn't find my drugstore mascara that I usually use, so I decided to use this one. For my brows, I'm using the BH Studio Pro Duo Brow Pencil, and I'm using the skinny side just to outline my brow, and then I'm going to fill it in using the other side just to darken it up. And after that, I like to apply a little bit of concealer under the brow and on top just to clean the brow up and make it look a little bit sharp and cleaner. For lashes, I'm using these by Kiss Lash Couture, and these are Faux Mink Lash. I love this lash, it's so pretty. When I apply my lash, I like to look down and apply the lash right on top of my eye, and then I like to grab a tweezer and just make sure that the inner corner and the outer corner of the eye is actually glued on. Under eye, I'm using the same colors that I use on my eye, and I'm starting off with this Crown pointed brush. It's the C513 brush, and I'm taking all the colors and just blending everything in. To smoke it out a little bit, I'm using this BH Cosmetic. It's a larger pointed brush, and I'm using that just to blend the colors in so it's not so harsh. For the brow bone highlight, I'm using Exclusive, which is the second lightest shade on the palette. It's a more shimmery shade, and I'm using that just under the brow. Coat your bottom lashes with mascara. And to tie the whole look together, I first went in with this NYX mauve color lip pencil. And for lipstick, I did Fab from Butter London. Once I had the lipstick on, I decided to put Cabaret. It's from NYX as well, this lip liner. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And of course, set the whole look using your favorite setting spray. I'm using the All Nighter setting spray because I really want my makeup to last. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up the video. I'll see you guys in my next. Bye.